In a quiet village called Imani, surrounded by an ancient forest, filled with beautiful hills and mountains, this village was filled with beautiful people, both male and female, who were also known to be very hardworking. Even the neighboring village could attest to this. In this land, they had certain traditions that every family had to follow. Whenever a child was born, the child was taken to the shrine to confirm whether they were cursed or not. If the child was not cursed, the entire village would come together to celebrate. If the child was found to be cursed, the chief priest would advise the family to leave the child in the evil forest. This practice has been passed down through generations. In this village, there was a kind and beautiful couple named Teko and Lula. They had been married for many years but had not yet a child. They had offered many sacrifices and consumed numerous herbs, but to no avail. A child did not come. One day, the couple decided to host a feast for all the children in the village. It was a grand event with plenty of food to eat and gifts for everyone to take home. The children were all excited and happy. They surrounded Lula and prayed for her. After hosting a joyful feast for the children in the village, Lula and Teko are devastated when a few days later, the children begin to fall sick one by one. The villagers panic, fearing the worst, and soon start to accuse the couple of using dark magic to harm the children. Lula cries out, insisting she had no part in the children's illness, but the villagers refused to believe her. They took the couple to the king. When they arrived at the palace, the king listened to them attentively and then sent for the chief priest. The chief priest came and consulted the oracle and told them that the couple had no involvement in whatever was happening to the children. However, he warned that it was a sign of something terrible awaiting the couple. He promised that the children will be fine, and with that, they all left. True to the chief priest's words, the children became fine, but Lula was still sad and troubled by what the chief priest had said. What was this terrible thing that was about to happen to them? Some months later, Lula was already pregnant. However, because of the chief priest's ominous word from months earlier, some villagers began to avoid the couple. They were afraid the couple bad luck will rub off on them. But Lila and Teko did not mind. They were focused on their happiness and the new life they were about to welcome. After Lula gave birth to a beautiful girl, she and her husband were overjoyed, but their happiness was short-lived. They took the child to the shrine, as was the tradition. After the chief priest performed his incantations, he informed the couple that the child was cursed and a bad omen. He told them that the child would bring immense pain into their lives and they must abandon her in the evil forest. The couple were heartbroken. How could they abandon their precious baby, the one they prayed so hard for? Why were the gods being so cruel to them? After much thought, they decided they would keep their daughter and shower her with all the love they had. No matter what the priest had said, they would raise her with care and affection. They kept their child Mara. Not long after, she began to fall sick. She would fall ill, and after spending a great deal on herbs and treatment, she would eventually get better. Despite her illness, she was a radiant child, beautiful, her laughter like sunlight piercing through the cloud. As she grew, her parents did not allow her to perform any difficult task, as they were afraid for her health. When Mara turned 12, she fell ill as usual, but this time it was severe. Lula and Teko feared they were going to lose her. They spent all they had, sold some of their belongings, and even borrowed money from others to ensure she would get better. Mara eventually got better, but by then her parents were broke. They had nothing left and were in deep debt from spending all they had on her treatment. Lula and Teko struggled to make ends meet, but their greatest fear was for their daughter. What if she fell ill again? What would they do? They had no money left to help her. The villagers' whisper grew louder, but this couple did not care. One day, Mara fell gravely ill again. A fever burned through her, leaving her frail and pale. The couple had already spent all their saving on herbs and remedies, so they had no money now. Maria's condition grew worse. Lula was sad and worried. One day, they could not take it any longer. They carried their frail child into the forest. If they were going to dump her there, then they may as well be with her. They were going to sacrifice their life also. They won't let their only child die alone. As they entered the forest, the trees whispered around them. The deeper they went, the colder the air became. Finally, they got to a spot, lay her down. Mara's breathing grew shallower, her tiny chest rising and falling, clinging to life. Lula knelt beside her daughter and whispered, "If the world demands you be taken, then we will go with you. Our love is eternal, even in death." Teko placed his hand on Mara, holding their daughter's fragile body close. Together, they lay down in the grass, prepared to surrender their life to the forest. Suddenly, there was a voice like a song carried by the wind. "Why have you come here with a child? This forest does not welcome mere mortal like you. Drop the child and leave immediately." Lula was shocked to hear the voice. "She is our daughter," she whispered. "If we must give her to the forest, then we are prepared to stay with her. We will not leave her to die alone. Take our life also." "You will give your life for her?" the voice asked. "We will give everything," Teko replied. "Love such as this is rare and powerful," the voice says. "Some parents even sacrifice their own children in exchange for wealth. Your daughter is not cursed, but have a great destiny that will be marked by trials and great tribulation. But she will grow strong and wiser than her peers. Your sacrifices will shape her into someone who will change the lives of many. Arise, child." And immediately Mara stood up. "Mama, Papa," she called out to her parents. Her parents were so happy. "Your love has saved her," the voice continued. "But we won. Our path will still be difficult." And the voice faded away. They got to the village happy. Some of the villagers were surprised to see Mara stronger. Indeed, they faced years of struggles and difficulties, but their daughter grew in beauty, wisdom, and compassion. Their difficulties shaped her into becoming a great seer. Far and near, people came to her for solutions. She did not only bring prosperity to the family, but to the entire village. And the story of the couple who chose love over fear reigned for generations. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please like and subscribe to my channel.